Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code, DTC P0712, indicates an issue with a continuously variable transmission, CVT, fluid temperature sensor. This sensor is crucial as it monitors the temperature of the transmission fluid, ensuring optimal performance and preventing overheating. If the sensor reports an abnormal temperature reading, especially if it shows 0.07 volts or less, it triggers this code, indicating a potential electrical circuit issue rather than a mechanical fault. While troubleshooting, it is important to review the general troubleshooting information provided by the manufacturer, as it may include essential guidance on pinpoints specific to this model. The code does not correlate to mechanical failures within the transmission, but stems from electrical inaccuracies. Knowing the location of the CVT fluid temperature sensor is essential. It is typically connected to the transmission body, making it relatively accessible for diagnostic checks. Understanding the implications of this code can help in swiftly identifying the underlying issues. Hence, a precise approach to diagnosis and verification is critical. The CVT fluid temperature sensor's primary role is to monitor the transmission fluid's temperature, which is vital for maintaining the vehicle's performance. This sensor provides real-time data about the fluid's temperature, ensuring that it remains within the optimal range for effective lubrication and aiding in smooth shifting. The sensor is located directly on the body of the transmission, making its accessibility crucial for servicing and diagnostics. Given that the transmission relies heavily on precise temperature management, any failure in this sensor can lead to incorrect readings that affect the entire performance of the vehicle's transmission system. In this context, an incorrect voltage readout, like 0.07 volts or less, indicates a possible short circuit or malfunction in the electrical system rather than a mechanical impairment of the transmission itself. Understanding the significance of this sensor and its role can guide technicians in adopting a structured approach to resolving the issue. The primary cause of the DTC P0712 is related to an electrical circuit issue rather than mechanical problems. When the CVT fluid temperature sensor reports an abnormally low voltage, it typically indicates a failure in the electrical circuit leading to the sensor itself. This may occur due to deficiencies or damage in the sensor, which may no longer effectively send accurate readings, causing erratic behavior. Another potential cause could be the shorting of wires in the transmission automatic transmission fluid, TAT-F line, usually resulting in a degradation of signal integrity. It's also crucial to note that any break or compromise in the wiring could lead to incorrect voltage readings, illuminating this fault code. Understanding these causes helps in systematically isolating the problem during diagnostics, ensuring the technician addresses the root of the error efficiently. Symptoms of the DTC P0712 can manifest in various ways, primarily affecting the vehicle's transmission performance. Drivers may notice that the gear shifts become erratic, as the transmission relies heavily on accurate fluid temperature readings for optimal function. Additionally, warnings related to oil temperature may be displayed, alerting the driver of potential overheating or dynamic issues within the system. The check engine light is likely to be illuminated, indicating that the vehicle's onboard diagnostics have detected an anomaly affecting the transmission's operational state. If not addressed, these symptoms could exacerbate, leading to further transmission-related issues or potential system damage. Awareness of these symptoms can aid drivers and technicians alike in diagnosing and resolving the underlying issues sooner rather than later. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0712 involves verifying the problem through preliminary checks. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position or pressing the engine start-stop button to activate the vehicle's electrical systems. Once in this mode, with the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, check the reading of the CVT Fluid Temperature Sensor, referred to as CVT Temp Sensor V. If the sensor indicates a voltage of 0.07 volts or less, then the failure is confirmed, indicating an electrical circuit problem that necessitates further diagnosis. However, if the voltage reading is satisfactory, the issue may be intermittent, implying that there is no failure at this time. In such cases, it can be prudent to check the freeze data or onboard snapshot to reproduce the failure conditions, giving essential insights into systems that may trigger this DTC code. For the second step of troubleshooting DTC P0712, it is crucial to conduct a thorough inspection of the transmission fluid temperature sensor itself. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the lock 0 mode or pressing the engine start-stop button to turn off the vehicle. Next, disconnect the solenoid wire harness 8P connector located at the engine wire harness side. This step ensures that you're isolating the temperature sensor for a more accurate assessment. After disconnecting the connector, turn the ignition back to the on, I mode, or press the engine start-stop button again. With the HDS, check the value of the CVT temp sensor, V, once more. If the reading remains at 0.07 volts or lower, this suggests that the transmission fluid temperature sensor is functioning correctly, allowing the technician to proceed to the next step. Conversely, if the reading indicates otherwise, it confirms that the sensor should be replaced to restore proper function, effectively addressing DTC P0712. In the third troubleshooting step for DTC P0712, the objective is to assess the integrity of the wiring leading to the sensor and the powertrain control module, TCM. Start this phase by turning the ignition to lock, 0, or off mode. Next, utilize the HDS to jump the SCS line, preparing for the continuity check. Then, disconnect the PCM connector B51P to isolate the circuit for a more precise measurement. With the solenoid wire harness 8P connector still disconnected, you can now delve into checking for continuity between test points 1 and 2. Specifically, you will test the TATF line with test point 1 at PCM connector B51P number 9, which is red and yellow, and test point 2 at the body ground. If continuity is present, it indicates a short to ground problem within the TATF wire, necessitating repairs. If there's no continuity, the TATF wire remains intact, leading to recommendations such as updating or substituting the PCM to resolve the code. After completing the necessary repairs to address DTC P0712, it is vital to verify that the issues have been resolved effectively. Start by clearing any stored diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This will eliminate any historical logs that may not accurately reflect the current state of the vehicle. Following this, perform a test drive under various conditions to ensure that the vehicle operates smoothly and without displaying any recurrent error codes. This step is crucial as it allows for the identification of any potential underlying issues that may surface only during operation. During the test drive, pay close attention to the transmission's performance, making sure that the gear shifts are smooth and that no unusual behaviors are detected. Finally, recheck for errors post-repairs to confirm that no DTCs related to the transmission or the fluid temperature sensor have resurfaced, thus affirming the success of the repair. Preventive maintenance is essential in ensuring the longevity and optimal performance of the CVT system. and avoiding future DTC P0712 occurrences. Regularly scheduled fluid changes are crucial as they help to ensure that the transmission fluid retains its effectiveness, keeping the system lubricated and functioning properly. It's also a good practice to inspect the wiring harness periodically for any signs of wear, damage, or corrosion that could lead to future electrical issues. Keeping an eye on the integrity of the connections ensures that any degradation can be addressed early on. Another key aspect includes regular checks of the CVT fluid temperature during vehicle servicing to ensure it operates within the manufacturer's specified parameters. This proactive approach minimizes the likelihood of faults and preserves not only the transmission, but the overall performance and reliability of the vehicle. In conclusion, the DTC P0712 highlights an electrical issue with the CVT Fluid Temperature Sensor, rather than any mechanical problems with the transmission. This diagnosis emphasizes the importance of a methodical approach to troubleshooting, ensuring that technicians verify each component systematically before concluding the repairs. The inconsistencies in voltage readings can arise from various potential causes, including sensor malfunction or shorted wiring, which necessitate targeted checks. Throughout the diagnosis, recognizing the sensor's role and location helps form a clearer picture of the situation at hand. Once repairs have been made, proper verification steps confirm that the issue has been resolved, while preventive maintenance practices assist in reducing future occurrences. Understanding DTC P0712 thoroughly ensures that owners and technicians equip themselves with adequate knowledge for effective diagnosis and repair. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.